I grew up in an almond and walnut ranch in the Central Valley of California, Northern California, which is a very small high school. My class had 67 people, graduated in 85. My folks, bless their hearts, uber conservative, ultra right wing, Republicans through and through. I came out to them at 17, and that's a whole long story. I had to actually, they couldn't handle it. They literally could not handle it. Flash forward, they've been married almost 50 years. I'm extremely close to them. They would not have grown and expanded to anywhere near the degree that they have were it not for me. I'd like to invite you to give people in your life, everybody, parents, friends, whoever, peers, the opportunity to grow from your experience.
I grew up in a small, affluent suburb of Chicago. It was a progressive town, but there were no gay people to speak of. I didn't really know anyone who was gay growing up. In high school, people were constantly calling each other fags, calling things gay in a derogatory way. Well, I was never actually bullied. As far as I know, no one even knew that I was gay. It was very hard being in that environment where it's constantly who I was being denigrated by people I was friends with, people I was in class with. It was just nonstop, and that was difficult, and it was a hard time. And it took me until I was 23 to sort of get over that and come out.
I grew up in a small town in Northern California. I graduated from high school in the 70s, and like probably many of you, was bullied in high school, was called fag, was thrown against lockers. I tried to escape my life by burying myself in work. It was good for my career. I've become president of an expedition travel company. I send people off to remote parts of the world like Antarctica, Botswana, Mongolia. But it didn't make me happy. I got married, tried to cure myself. That didn't work. And I also then discovered that the 5 friends I had in high school all also came out. And finally, 12 years after high school, I came out, and life most definitely got better.
I was forced to come out when I was 12 because it was in middle school, and then I had a crush on a guy, and then I wrote some notes in my journal, and then hoping nobody would see it. But then one day, one of my classmates opened my bag, and then they saw that, and then they passed around the whole class. So everyone knew I was gay when I was 12 or 13. I was so embarrassed.
So I had come out to my parents and to my close friends, but I didn't really want to come out to everyone at my high school. And I saw college as an opportunity to just be out to everyone, and I was. And I thought it was going to instantly get better when I came out to everyone. But unfortunately, not everyone was quite at the same step along the way with coming out.
Some people had much more difficult times than I did, and that was very revealing to me, because at some point you think that you had like the worst story that could ever happen to you, and you suffer so much, but there are so many other people that go through so many other problems, and then you put your life in comparison, and it feels better.
One of my closest friends in college was gay, and so when I told him, he was the first person that I told. And a few weeks later, after telling him, I was still struggling, trying to figure out how to meet people, and he told me, "You need to make some gay friends. Just Google gay Seattle and an activity you enjoy, and you will find a group that's appropriate for you." There were social groups, and that's how I found Frontrunners.
I had quite a bit of trouble meeting other gay people, so I just looked around for groups to join, and I found Frontrunners, and so I joined, and now I'm very involved, and I'm on the board, and it's been great.
Frontrunners is a gay running group in Seattle area. It's actually national-wide. Seattle Frontrunners I'm a member of. There's about 400 members in the group, and we get together every Saturday morning, run, go out for coffee afterwards, and we also run Wednesday night after work and go out for dinner afterwards. We go out together. Really, it's my community. It's a pretty incredibly close-knit group of people, and just incredible resources, and it's really one of the greatest examples of how life does get better.
I grew up in Vegas. I've been here in Seattle for 29 years. What I like about Frontrunners is that it's scheduled and organized. And I don't have to worry about, gee, should I go for a run today or not? It's kind of like, it starts at a certain time, and then people notice if I'm not there. So people look out for each other, and I like that one.
I go to Frontrunners. It's an international organization for gay and lesbian runners, and I have become a very serious runner. I've completed 21 full marathons, and that's something I never would have imagined I would have done. All the energy that I used previously for hiding, I think, has gone into becoming a runner and practicing and training.
So I did track and cross country in high school. And in college, I really missed out on that organized running group. And I thought I'd never have that again until I got to Seattle and found Frontrunners. And now it's like I have this great big gay cross country team. We go running twice a week together. I've been doing races. It's been really awesome having that same sort of support group.
I do have a conservative Christian background. My family's still strongly conservative Christian. I hold a lot of those values and beliefs and spirituality myself. And when I was first coming out, I didn't think that there would be a place for that within the gay community. I didn't see it. Most of the people I met were pretty much anti all of those things that my family stood for. So what I did was look for groups. There are welcoming churches that are very open for gays and lesbians. Frontrunners has been a place that's been more like church, where people are just themselves. They're friendly, they're outgoing, they're accepting. All ages are represented there, all socioeconomic backgrounds. You'll plug in with people who are similar to you, and you'll develop some close friends in a group like that.
As you grow up and you get more control over your life, you get more opportunities to be in comfortable environments, and I just think that it gets better.
I'm still in the stage where it's still getting better. You know, I definitely feel like it's better for me than it was last year, and it's gonna be better next year. Like, I'm not 21 yet. I can't go out to bars to meet people. I'm still getting money from my parents. You know, I'm very dependent. At the same time, I'm moving towards independence, and I mean, that's a really great feeling, being out and becoming more independent as a gay man. And so it definitely gets better. It gets amazing.
And I know that it's fine, and I feel more energetic, and I feel more myself, and I'm not afraid of telling people who I am. So, and it's getting better and better as time goes by, and my confidence is increasing.
It's hard because it's like you're wrestling with it and you're not really comfortable with it, and you don't really know what it's going to be like afterwards, or you don't really know what the full extent is. But when you just start to say I'm gay, and most people don't care, and when they do care a lot, it's not really about you. It's about it's really about them, and most people are pretty indifferent to
whether you're gay or straight.
Yeah.
My life is great now. I would say if you're in a small town, a small community, or a place where you don't feel safe as a gay and lesbian kid, make your exit plan now. Start looking on the internet to see what cities are great places for you. Seattle would be one. It's a beautiful city. It's very progressive. Nobody cares here who you date or who you love.
You have got so many gifts and talents, and the truth of you is that you are magnificent, and you are burst into the scene on this world to deliver something that only you can. So give us and the world and yourself that opportunity. We'll all be a lot richer for it.
For more information about the Seattle Frontrunners, the Trevor Project, and the It Gets Better Project, please check out these links.
It gets better!